Xin chào quý anh chị phụ huynh và các bạn học sinh thân mến. Xin chào mừng các anh chị đến với buổi talk show của Citizen Pathway Education hôm nay. Talk show sẽ liên quan đến topic là bước đệm du học toàn diện từ Highschool đến Đại học Hoa Kỳ. Xin tự giới thiệu, mình là Lan Anh và mình sẽ là host của ngày hôm nay. Trong buổi talk show ngày hôm nay, Lan Anh rất là vinh hạnh khi có cơ hội được gặp gỡ và lắng nghe những chia sẻ trực tiếp đến từ đại diện của các trường học cũng như là các trường đại học hàng đầu của Hoa Kỳ, và tin rằng buổi talk show sẽ mang lại nhiều thông tin hữu ích và thiết thực đến cho quý anh chị phụ huynh cũng như là các bạn học sinh. Hôm nay chương trình hân hạnh được giới thiệu với các anh chị là 4 diễn giả đặc biệt của chương trình. Đầu tiên là Mr. Daniel Kingsley, Director of Admission từ Học viện Bridgeport International Academy. Và tiếp theo là Mr. Michael Drake, Director of International Admission từ trường đại học Norfolk University. Tiếp theo là Miss Abbey Swanson, International Admission Counselor từ đại học Sunnyvale Valley State University. Và cuối cùng là ông Joe Guzolek, right? Assistant Director of International Admission đến từ Đại học University of Toledo. Và chắc có lẽ là đầu tiên thì Lan sẽ mời các diễn giả của chúng ta sẽ dành một ít phút để giới thiệu về bản thân cũng như là trường học của mình để các anh chị tiện theo dõi ha. Firstly, it's our pleasure to welcome you visit Citizen Pathway and also have a chance to join our talk show. And firstly, we would like to invite you to introduce a little bit about yourself and your school to our audience. Thank you. Yeah, firstly, Daniel.
Hi there. My name is Daniel Kingsley, and I'm the admissions director at Bridgeport International Academy. I'm very honored to be here today to share a little bit more about our school. We are a private international high school here in Bridgeport, Connecticut. It's a small school. We only have about 100 kids per year in the school, and that's all grades 9, 10, 11, and 12. It's a very safe school. All the students get to know the teachers get to know the students on a more personal level. And what really makes us special is we have a partnership with the University of Bridgeport. So although we're a small high school, our students have access to college facilities at the University of Bridgeport, and they're able to take college classes for dual enrollment. We have students from all over the world, from pretty much every continent all across the globe. So when you come to BIA, you truly do meet the world.
Thank you. Michael, please.
Yes, my name is Michael Drake. I'm the Director of International Admissions at North Park University. I work with all of our international students coming in on F1 and J1 visas. So I help them get to campus, I help them through the immigration process, through the admissions process. And then once they're on our campus, we have another department that's going to support them and make sure that they stay in compliance with their visa, make sure they get to use the benefits of the F1 and J1 visa when they're in the United States. But I represent North Park University, and North Park is a small, private, liberal arts school. We're located in Chicago. Chicago is the third largest city in the United States. So they're in a small campus environment, but they're in a very large city. So they get the nice benefits of being in a close-knit community on our campus, the safety of being on a small campus in a residential neighborhood of the city. But then they have all the amenities of being in a global city like Chicago. North Park is an incredibly diverse student body, diverse campus, diverse community that we're located in. It's also a Christian university, which is a bit unique, but we don't require our students to come from a Christian background. We welcome students regardless of their faith background or lack of faith. We've got many different programs available, about almost 50 different majors that students can choose from. So we can really help students get into about any career field that they're looking to from North Park.
Thank you, Sari. Yeah, please, Abby.
Hi everyone, I'm Abbey Swanson from Saginaw Valley State University. I'm the International Admission Counselor, so similar to Michael, I assist students coming in and admit them, as well as helping them with the immigration process and visa process. And once they get to campus, like Mike, there's a different department that assists the students. But at Saginaw Valley State University, we are home to over 400 international students from 45 different countries. We are a very welcoming and inclusive campus. There's just shy of 7,000 students, and so the students are able to really network with each other, get to know their faculty members, use the faculty members for letters of recommendation and other areas of support. We have over 100 different programs of study, and so really whatever the student might be looking for, we likely have a good fit. We're located in Michigan, in the northern part of the United States, up by Canada. We're about an hour and a half from the largest city in Michigan, called Detroit. And the largest, closest city to us is about 5 minutes away, with about 200,000 people.
Yeah, Joey.
So yes, my name is Joe and I represent the University of Toledo. Toledo is located in the state of Ohio. The University of Toledo is a public research university. We have close to 90 international countries that represent our student body. We are also considered a mid-sized university with just over 11,000 students. Of that, more than 1,500 international students call home, ranging from our English language learners to our undergrad, our graduate level learners, as well as our students on their optional practical training. The University of Toledo is also a R1 research institution, and we are a Division I school for those students that are looking to participate in varsity sports at the University of Toledo.
Thank you, all speaker. And now let's start with more information related to this topic we're gonna discuss today. Yeah. Và chủ đề đầu tiên thì Lan Anh xin phép sẽ trao đổi với các diễn giả của chúng ta ngày hôm nay là liên quan đến cái xu hướng chọn ngành, những ngành nghề nào đang được quan tâm và đang được rất phổ biến cũng như là được ưu ái bởi các bạn học sinh khi mà đến với các đại diện của các trường đại học. Dear speaker, currently Vietnamese parents and students have most interest in relating to choosing what major would be the preferred in the U.S. So first, I would like to ask Daniel. So, what major and skill the high school student need to be prepared in order to ready for U.S. school? Mm-hmm.
So what makes BIA special is we have a 2-year rigorous college prep program. So we really specialize in preparing all of our international students for college. We recommend a student start in grade 11 if possible, because we have a college prep class that spans a full year and covers 4 major topics. The first quarter, we do SAT preparation. So we work with every student on their SAT prep. And then the second quarter, we do career exploration, where we do a deep dive in exploring different careers, but also looking more specifically on what careers best fit certain colleges. So we do in-depth research on that. Then in the third quarter, we start working with students on college applications. We go through each college application with every child, really catering and looking at, what schools they're interested in and how to achieve getting accepted into those schools. And then the last quarter, we do resume building, where we work and every student builds their resume with us. Then when they're in grade 12, they work one-on-one with our college counselor, who will work individually with each student and give them a good action steps so they can get into a good college. Once students graduate, a lot of our students end up going to great American universities for great scholarships or international schools as well. And here at BIA, we have 100% college acceptance rate. So we are very, well-versed in supporting our students for taking that next step after high school.
Thank you for sharing lots of useful information for high school students. So what is the perspective from university? So I would like to ask Michael, at this time, which major international student most interested in, and what is compared to the before, which major is more popular or attractive to students?
The most popular majors for us at North Park with our international students tend to be in the business, School of Business. So very common students to be interested in management, marketing, finance. But one of our most famous programs is nursing. The nursing program is very rigorous. It has a very high success rate. There is a substantial need for nurses in the United States and in Chicago particularly. So students who are interested in the healthcare industry might have greater success going the nursing route versus pre-medicine. So it's a really strong program. It's well regarded in the city of Chicago. The facilities for nursing students are excellent, and it's really strong preparation. But we also see a lot of students showing interest in psychology. Computer science is obviously very popular for students, but one of the nice things about North Park, but also the U.S. education in general, is students don't necessarily have to know what they want to study when they start. They can actually come in to the university and take a variety of different classes to help gauge their interests in what career fields they might be interested in pursuing, or students might change their programs partway through.
Agree with you related to the hot change major like nursing. Yeah, I do see the student coming and ask about this, but they believe the high demand of employment. The labor market in the U.S. may require about this career. So, Abbey, what do you think about the employment trend in the U.S. now, and how it could affect to the way students choose the major?
So, what I've noticed is in the time since the pandemic that the labor market has put an emphasis on specific majors, and international students have been more attracted to majors like supply chain management as a result of coronavirus, as well as nursing and teaching. We have a huge need for both of those fields in the United States, but particularly in our region. As well as, like Mike said, business, finance, marketing, as well as more traditional majors like mechanical engineering. Those are also very popular at our university.
Thank you, Abbey. So with the current trend of choosing major we just discussed, so how do you think, Joe, do you have any advice for these students who now just concerning about which major we should go, something like this? What is your advice for
Yeah,
these?
so at the University of Toledo, we are considered a STEM age university. We have over 250 undergraduate and graduate level programs, so we do have a lot of flexibility for students to choose majors. Statistics show that students will change their major at least one time during their first year. So a lot of our academic programs will offer similar courses, no matter if it's an engineering major, business major, nursing, etc. So University of Toledo was built in such a way that if a student does decide to change their major within the first year, those credits will follow. So with the University of Toledo, engineering is very popular because of our co-op work program, business with internships, and we have a very strong natural science and mathematics program with a large opportunity for research with the recent announcement of our R1 classification as a university.
Và như vậy các anh chị, quý anh chị phụ huynh, ở đây thì các diễn giả đã chia sẻ với chúng ta được rất là nhiều những thông tin liên quan đến những ngành học đang được rất nhiều các học sinh quan tâm, cũng như là đưa ra những lời khuyên liên quan đến những cái ngành học mà đang được các trường đại học chú tâm, cũng như là được lựa chọn bởi nhiều sinh viên quốc tế hiện nay. Và đến với cái chủ đề thứ hai, Lan Anh muốn chia sẻ và cũng như là đặt câu hỏi đến với các diễn giả liên quan đến điều kiện tuyển sinh trong năm học mới 2025-2026 sẽ như thế nào. Michael, at your North Park University, please share the admission requirement for this academic year.
Yeah, so we try to make the admissions process as smooth and easy for the student as possible. And working together with our partner Wellspring, we are confident that the process is smooth and is fast. All we're asking for our undergraduate program, regardless of the major, all majors have the same requirements, is the high school transcript and an English proficiency test. So for the English proficiency test, we'll take a TOEFL 68, a Duolingo 105, or an IELTS 6.0. And then working together with Wellspring, we'll receive the application, and then within typically 24 hours, we can have an admissions decision for the student and a scholarship decision as well. And then after they pay their tuition deposit, then we will move forward with issuing the I-20 just as quickly.
It seems simple for the student. That's really great. So from Abbey, from your experience, can you give the simply guideline to the Vietnamese student to prepare an admission application?
So for Saginaw Valley State University, we also require your transcripts, 2.5 out of 4.0 GPA. We also require a copy of your passport and your English proficiency test as well. So we accept Duolingo, TOEFL, and IELTS. For Duolingo, we accept an 85. For IELTS, it's a 5.5. When the student is admitted, they're automatically considered for scholarship opportunities. And so that's all in their acceptance letter. And when the student is admitted, they can expect an admission between 24 and 48 hours, depending on my work schedule.
So how about University of Toledo?
Yeah, so at the University of Toledo, for any non-engineering student, we would require high school documents and or college or university if they're transferring from another university abroad. And then obviously English language proficiency. So our tests and scores are very similar to North Park as well as Saginaw Valley. For students that are interested in engineering, there is a additional component where students would have to provide a math subscore. We want to make sure that our engineering students are very well versed in various mathematic categories. So whether a student takes the SAT or ACT, that would be an additional requirement. For those students who have not, we have a test called ALEX, which is a math placement test that students can take in order to meet the admission requirement. So similar to the other universities, the application process is streamlined, very simple application to fill out, and then admissions decisions, 24 to 48 business hours, I-20 the same way if documents are provided.
It seems that you all already did a lot of homework to make the student more convenient to prepare the application for school, right? Thank you. And back to Daniel, we just discussed about the admission requirement for the university. So how about the high school, your high school?
Yeah, so the admissions requirement is very simple. It's 6 easy steps. The whole application can be done online. So we require a student family form and a parent guardian form. So basic student family history, parent guardian information. Then the key part for the student is the student questionnaire form. So essentially the student will fill out basic questionnaire so we can learn a little more about them, and then they'll write a short essay. Then we'll need 2 recommendations, one from their English and math teacher, their transcripts, and then they'll schedule a 1-hour interview with me. We like to give an answer pretty quickly, so similar to what we're seeing as well, we're also about 24 to 48 hours, you'll get an admissions decision. Then if you're accepted, we can also get the I-20 out within 24 to 48 hours. So we keep it pretty streamlined and easy for our students.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, speaker. Vâng, thưa các anh chị, một chủ đề tiếp theo mà Lan Anh sẽ trao đổi với các diễn giả của chúng ta ngày hôm nay liên quan đến một chủ đề rất là được các quý phụ huynh quan tâm, đó là về chi phí du học cũng như là các học bổng của các trường đại học và các trường học từ bậc trung học đang chào đến với các học sinh là như thế nào. Thì nhắc đến du học Mỹ, câu hỏi mà Citizen Pathway Education nhận được liên tục từ các phụ huynh đó là các cái chi phí du học hiện nay như thế nào, cũng như là có cái cơ hội học bổng nào đối với các học sinh hay không. Thì thực tế thì các cái chi phí này có thể khác nhau tùy theo từng ngành nghề, từng trường học, cũng như là các bang, các thành phố mà học sinh đó lựa chọn để nhập học. Tuy nhiên điều mà Citizen Pathway Education nhận thấy đó là gần như tất cả các trường đều tạo ra những cái điều kiện cũng như thiết kế những cái gói học bổng riêng biệt để mà dành cho các du học sinh quốc tế. Điều đó không chỉ sẽ giúp các anh chị có thể giảm được cái gánh nặng về tài chính, mà còn là một cái cơ hội để khích lệ tinh thần học tập của các bạn học sinh. Và bây giờ chúng ta sẽ cùng thảo luận với các cái trường đại học, 4 đại diện trường đại học của chúng ta hiện nay, thì những cái cơ hội học bổng cũng như là chi phí hỗ trợ đang thực hiện như thế nào nha. Đầu tiên thì Daniel, SBIA was about the tuition fee, living expense, which your academy now offer to the student, and is there any like financial support BIS now offer to the student?
Yeah, Bridgeport International Academy is proud to offer 50% scholarships off tuition to deserving students. With the 50% scholarship, that will break down your tuition to $15,950, and then our room and board price is $12,000. So the total package for the full year, tuition, room and board, is about $28,000 USD. To be eligible for the scholarship, we do require our international students to have at least a 3.0 GPA, and this will guarantee the 50% scholarship if you're accepted to Bridgeport International Academy. And we're going to lock that scholarship in every year as long as you stay enrolled at our school.
So now, Michael, at North Park University, can you share about what average cost the international student today should prepare, and also is there any scholarship your school offer to the young people?
Yeah, so people automatically think private institution in a large city like Chicago is sure to be extremely expensive.
Yeah.
Our tuition fee for this academic year is $38,950. That's without any scholarship, and our cost for housing and food is $11,850. So the total cost without aid is fairly expensive, but all of our international students are receiving scholarship, and students who are coming to us via our partners here in Vietnam and through Wellspring, on average are receiving $24,000 per year in scholarship. So we're trying to get the cost down to approximately $27,000 to $28,000 in total for tuition, housing, and food for Vietnamese students.
And your turn, Abbey. So at your university, is there any like specific scholarship your school now offer to the international student? And can you give some advice for students to well prepare in order to receive this scholarship?
Yes, so at Saginaw Valley State University, there are 2 scholarships that all international students are eligible for, and they're automatically considered. There's no need to apply or any extra steps. There's the Red and White Scholarship, which is worth $10,320. And then there's another one called the President's International Scholarship, which is it's a range based on the student's GPA between $1,000 and $5,000. And so that all together can help bring the cost down for the student between $22,000 US and $27,000 US. I'd just like to mention that our students are not required to live on campus though, and so that can help bring the cost down further. But we do have the nation's #1 dormitories, and so we do encourage our students, especially international students, to live on campus to really take part in the full campus experience.
Thank you, Abbey. So, Mr. Cho, I know that University of Toledo is really famous with the engineering. So I think a lot of Vietnamese students love this major. So how do you think about new policy from your university can offer for Vietnamese students related to the tuition fee and also any financial support for our students?
Yeah, sure. 90% of our international students will secure a scholarship for their first year. The scholarship is called our International Rocket Award that has a value of 8,000 USD. We do work with our academic colleges that will also help support financial based off of a student's SAT math scores. So I can secure up to 2,000 USD on top of the 8,000 to help support our international students. With the reduced costs with those scholarships, we tell students and families between 30 and 32,000 USD per academic year. The University of Toledo offers second-year merit scholarships based off of a student's UT GPA. As you mentioned earlier, what steps should our international students do to secure financial support? Make sure that they apply for those merit-based scholarships. We get a lot of students that don't do that in time before the deadline is done. With our engineering program, our engineering science students can earn up to 10,000 USD per semester of co-op. So a student's second, third, and fourth year can reduce that cost of attendance down to 20 to 22,000 per year for their second, third, and fourth years.
Really detailed. Thank you. Có rất là nhiều thông tin hữu ích liên quan đến các cái chính sách học bổng mà các trường đại học đang offer cho các bạn du học sinh. Bây giờ thì Lan xin phép sẽ đến với một chủ đề tiếp theo liên quan đến cơ hội thực tập và làm việc trong tương lai đối với các bạn du học sinh quốc tế là như thế nào. Liệu rằng ở tất cả các cái trường đại học hiện nay có những cái hỗ trợ nào liên quan đến những cơ hội thực tập và làm việc này cho các bạn du học sinh quốc tế hay không? Thì chúng ta đều biết đi du học không chỉ là một hành trình đơn giản 3 năm hay 4 năm tại một nước gọi là nước Mỹ hoặc là những cái quốc gia phát triển. Điều mà rất nhiều các bậc phụ huynh đang quan tâm hiện nay chính là liệu có một cái tương lai nghề nghiệp nào cho con mình sau khi tốt nghiệp tại các trường đại học hoặc là các trường trung học này hay không. Thì câu hỏi đầu tiên Lan xin phép sẽ đặt với Daniel liên quan đến những cái hỗ trợ từ bậc trung học sẽ là như thế nào ha. Hi Daniel, from BIA, how to graduate USP process to the top university in the US, and also how does BIA support the student to process their application into university?
Yeah, so I highlighted this a little bit earlier, but our college counselor is fully available to support all of our international students. Because we're a very small school, she's able to really work with every student one-on-one and is fully available pretty much every day to set appointments with our students, work individually with our students, and make sure they have everything they need to put in their best application and apply to the schools that best fit what they're looking for. Our college counselor also has weekly meetings with all of our 12th grade students. So she goes over important college deadlines, scholarship opportunities, and throughout the year, she coordinates visits from different United States colleges to speak with our students, go over opportunities specifically with scholarships and financial aid. So she's very accessible and available throughout the whole process to make sure that they're on track and have full advantage of what's out there for international students.
Yeah, thank you. This really helpful support to the international student. So for the university level, so Michael, at the North Park University, what opportunity the international school at your university can have to participate in any internship or professional program during the time they study at your university?
Yeah, so one of the benefits, obviously, of the student visa is students are eligible to do internships after their first academic year. At North Park, we highly encourage students to take advantage of this and do an internship because it adds value to the educational experience. Many of our programs will require an internship as or graduation requirement. Some programs, like our nursing program, requires clinicals. Education requires student teaching. Our business programs do require internships in order to graduate. One of the benefits of being in Chicago is it's such a large city and there's so many opportunities for internships and jobs for students. So that's a major benefit for our students and our international students. But students are also able to work on campus, and campus jobs are readily available for students, and they can work up to 20 hours per week on campus. That gets them additional experience as well.
Working on the campus is also great, right? Yeah. So Abbey, can you share more about the opportunity for your students to attend any like internship or any job after they graduate, which your university can support the student?
So 84% of our student body is involved in internships and experiential learning opportunities such as co-ops or internships. We have a 96% job placement rate or grad school placement rate. Within the state of Michigan, there are over 36 Fortune 500 companies which actively recruit our graduates. To make things even better, we have 3 of those Fortune 500 companies located within 15 minutes of campus. And so those 3 companies in particular are very much so seek out our graduates as well as our students as while they're still students for internships and for full-time employment opportunities.
And Mr. Jones, so being a large national university, so how do your university can support the student to find the job after their graduation?
So University of Toledo, we have 100% job placement for our engineering students for work experience because of our co-ops are required for them to graduate. 85% of our students will take advantage of internships through our College of Business. So being able to create a resume, adding that work experience will be very beneficial for those opportunities for work after graduation. With our natural science and mathematics program, we have a lot of our international students that will take part in summer research. I had close to 20 students this past summer take part in research opportunities to, again, help build that resume. And as mentioned before, on-campus employment, a large number of our international students will find jobs specifically in our food courts. So it's nice to be able to go and have lunch and see our international students having that opportunity for that work experience. Each academic college has their own academic advisor, as well as co-op and internship advisors to assist with that next step, almost to graduation, on what they want to do, stay in the U.S., go back home, or look for other countries abroad for that work experience opportunity.
Really great, thank you. Vâng, và một chủ đề tiếp theo, sau khi mà chúng ta có cái hành trình để tìm hiểu về những cái sự hỗ trợ liên quan đến ngành nghề cũng như là cái cơ hội thực tập và làm việc sau khi tốt nghiệp, thì có một chủ đề mà các bạn học sinh rất là thường quan tâm, cũng như là để giải đáp những cái lo lắng của các bạn khi mà chuẩn bị đến cái ngày đi nhập học. Nói đến du học thì chúng ta không chỉ nghĩ đến những giờ học trên lớp. Du học còn là một thế giới trải nghiệm rất là sinh động ở một quốc gia mới, ở một đất nước mới, ở nơi mà các bạn có những cơ hội được kết bạn, tham dự các câu lạc bộ cũng như là các hoạt động cộng đồng. Đây là những cái hành trang quý giá trong cái quá trình mà các bạn học sinh trưởng thành cũng như là tự lập tại đất nước mới. Thì bây giờ chúng ta sẽ thử đặt câu hỏi đối với Daniel, đối với Michael, liên quan đến những cái hoạt động mà trường sẽ offer cho các bạn học sinh là như thế nào ha? Firstly, Michael, now your turn. How do international students integrate at your North Park University? Is there any like extracurricular activity, club on campus, which help them to feel at home?
Yeah, so first, I'd just like to mention how diverse our community is at North Park. North Park is located in a very diverse part of the city of Chicago, and our campus and student body is extremely diverse. So international students are able to integrate into the campus community very easily. But regarding the extracurricular activities, there's so much to offer for our students on campus, whether it's athletically related, culturally related, or music ensembles, choirs. So there's a lot going on. In fact, we host an event at the start of each semester we call it the Viking Fair. The Viking is our mascot. And so all of the clubs and organizations on campus will set up a table to promote their club or their organization, so students can walk through an outdoor green space if the weather is nice, or inside in one of our indoor gymnasiums to see what's happening, and then hopefully they find something that they are interested in and will sign up and participate.
So Abbey, is there any activity or support from the university to help the Vietnamese student to feel like easy to integrate during the time they are done at your university?
Absolutely. So I would say the Vietnamese population is probably our third largest population on campus. And so there are a lot of, Vietnamese faces, so they wouldn't feel alone. We have over 150 student organizations on campus, whether they're athletic, social, or academic clubs. So there's a lot of ways to get involved, and I really encourage students to join one or two at least of those clubs so that they're able to really embrace the whole campus experience. We have an international student organization which is very active on our campus, and we host 2 very large community events each year, which are super exciting and fun for the students as well as our wider community. So the first event is a international food night, and so all of our international students will prepare food for the community members, and it's right in our cafeteria, and so people from outside of campus actually come and enjoy food with our students. The second event happens in the spring, and it's called the Intercultural Night, and so this is an event kind of based on performance and arts, and so students are able to showcase their cultural heritage from all over the world. And so it's a really beautiful club and organization to be a part of.
Really excited to know. So with the shows from your university, do you have any advice or any experience you want to share with the international student to help them align with the new life in the US?
Yeah, just getting involved, getting to campus. As mentioned, we all have a large number of student associations. At the University of Toledo, we have over 400 associations that students can be a part of, as well as our Vietnamese student organization. So we always connect our Vietnamese new students with our current students on campus. Vietnam is our 4th largest population of international students of the 1,500 total students that we have on campus. So we are seeing a big change in students from Vietnam choosing the University of Toledo. Any advice that I give to students and families is don't be afraid to ask those questions. We are here to assist through the process. I myself offer monthly Zoom sessions to talk about the visa prep process, pre-departure process, connecting with our International Student Association, connecting with our academic colleges. So we give a platform where students are able to log on and get that information sooner rather than later.
So how about you, Daniel? Is there any advice or the thing in BIA can offer for Vietnamese student at high school level?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that come to mind, but the first off, similar to what Joe's saying, is get involved in our activities. We have many different clubs at BIA, cater to different student interests. So especially with our international students, we encourage them join clubs, be involved with student life. Another thing I recommend for all of our international students that are joining our community is sign up for our student council. There's a lot of different leadership opportunities for our students, especially international students. It's a great way to continue to work on your English, gain leadership experience, and be very involved day to day in what's going on at BIA. The Student Council puts on many different events throughout the year that are catered to the students. And there's a lot of leadership involved, lots of creativity. So that's one of the biggest ways that I recommend students to do is get involved in our clubs, get involved in our student council. Also, we have a dorm life program. So on weekends, we host different social events, like a karaoke night is especially fun for all of our Vietnamese students. They enjoy doing V-pop, K-pop, but also just, being social. So like, hang out, enjoy being with the other students here. We're a family at BIA. Everybody's taken care of, everyone's close with each other. So when you're here, you're gonna very much feel at home while you're away from home. So yeah, get involved, really take on what we have here. A small school gives you a lot of opportunities. So put your hats in as many places as you can.
Thank you. It seems really easy to interact, right, in the US life. Vâng, thưa các anh chị phụ huynh, như vậy là chúng ta đã cùng nhau đi qua rất là nhiều các khía cạnh cùng với các diễn giả, từ việc chọn ngành liên quan đến những cái cập nhật mới nhất về tuyển sinh, cũng như là những cái chi phí, học phí và học bổng mà các trường đang mang lại cho các bạn học sinh. Thì trước khi khép lại cái talk show ngày hôm nay, Lan tin rằng các anh chị sẽ có rất là nhiều những cái mong muốn, những cái chia sẻ hoặc là những câu hỏi muốn gửi đến các diễn giả. Và để kết thúc buổi talk show thì chúng ta hãy cùng lắng nghe những cái thông điệp ngắn gọn và giá trị đến từ chuyên gia. I think the first would be Joe. Now would be Joe. Okay. So if you could give just one only piece of advice to Vietnamese students, what would it be?
Yeah, I think I said that earlier. Just be able to ask those questions. If students and families aren't sure about life in the U.S., support systems that universities have is asking those questions. And I think now with technology, with the different platforms, we're able to get that information out earlier to the students and families to make informed decisions.
And now, Abbey, so what would you want to say to the young people, especially Vietnamese people who really want to study abroad to the US, but now they still concerned?
I would say in my experience going through the U.S. university system, the most valuable asset that I got out of the experience was my professors. And so using your professors as, not outside of the classroom even, to have them help you with networking and sourcing different opportunities for internships and employment, it can be really valuable resource for you. And at all of our institutions, they are at least mid-size and even smaller. And so it's a great opportunity for students to really get to know their faculty members and develop those relationships. And so they can be invaluable.
Thank you. And Michael, do you want to say something to our Vietnamese student?
Yeah, well, I think that advice is very good, asking questions and seeking out your professors, and I would reiterate that. I think one thing that I would suggest is start really trying to prepare for being in an all-English environment. So even students who are very confident in their English are intimidated when they show up to campus. And a couple ways that you can do that is by watching movies, watching Hollywood movies in English, reading English books and magazines and newspapers. People are gonna talk fast and it's gonna be intimidating, and naturally you're gonna gravitate towards the other Vietnamese students, but we want you to expand your horizons, and so preparing as much as you can in advance would be very helpful.
Daniel, How do you think? Do you have any advice for high school students?
Actually, I really like what Michael said. Is like practice and work on your English as much as possible before you come. I mean, here at BIA, we do greatly support our students with our ELL program. But if you can continue to work on your English, practice your English, it's really going to set you up well for success here in the United States. You'll be able to be more integrated in our mainstream classes more quickly, but also specifically for college, having that English prep is going to help you with your grades, help you with every step of the way. So yeah, continue to work on your English, and I think that's going to really help you, especially coming to American high school.
Really great. Thank you for your sharing and advice. It's really valuable to our students. Yeah. Kính thưa quý anh chị phụ huynh và các bạn học sinh thân mến, như vậy chúng ta đã cùng nhau đi qua một hành trình rất là nhiều cảm xúc và các thông tin thú vị, từ những bước đệm đầu tiên ở bậc phổ thông cho đến cánh cửa đại học và những cơ hội nghề nghiệp, cũng như là những trải nghiệm cuộc sống sau này tại môi trường Hoa Kỳ. Điều mà Lan cảm nhận rõ nhất trong buổi Talkshow ngày hôm nay chính là du học không phải là một tấm vé để bước ra thế giới, mà còn là một hành trình để các em trưởng thành, chinh phục ước mơ và viết nên những câu chuyện của riêng mình. Xin gửi lời cảm ơn chân thành đến các diễn giả của chúng ta ngày hôm nay, những người đã mang đến những chia sẻ vô cùng thú vị và chân thật cũng như là truyền cảm hứng. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các anh chị trong buổi Talkshow tiếp theo.